So welcome everybody to the Harrow College session for sport. Good to have you with us. My name's Lucy and I'm leading the session today, and I'll hand over to Katie in just a moment to give you some more details about the sport courses that we have to offer at Harrow. Just before we get started, if you haven't already registered for our open days, then please do so. You can there's a link inside the chat. So if you go onto the link, you can sign up, and then we can send you the recording for this session and also keep you updated with information about the college. We've also got one of our communication support workers with us today. So Shani's here on the session with us. If you do require BSL interpretation, then do please pin her to your screen so that you can follow along as she signs for us today. So without further ado, I will hand over to Katie. And if you do have any questions within the session, do pop them into the chat box, and we will answer those towards the end. And I'm just going to get that started and hand over to you, Katie.
Hi there, good evening everyone. Welcome to our sports virtual open evening. I hope that you'll kind of have lots of questions to ask at the end and get some information from what we're about to show you. So some of the slides we're just going to quickly skip through, whereas others I may spend a bit more time on. So our sports department is made up, there's 3 lecturers, so there's myself, there's Jake and Stuart, and we also have our coach as well, who is based at Harrow College with us. Just very quickly, you know, just like your high schools do, we have lots of course expectations. So we expect good attendance, we expect good punctuality, and homework and behaviour and things like that. Okay, and when we do interview you, it could be that you bring in your predicted grades and things, and normally they have these on there as well from your high school. So we will be able to find that out, and that's something that we really do pride ourselves on within the sports department. So whichever course you do, whether it be level 1, level 2 or level 3, you've got 10 hours of timetabled sports lessons. And then if you choose to be part of our football academy, which we work in partnership with QPR, you will have 2.5 training sessions, 2.5 hour training sessions a week on a Tuesday and Thursday. And then our match days are on Wednesday afternoon. And that's when we play other teams from all over London. So this is our QPR Academy. We have lots and lots of opportunities being with QPR, and at the minute we're taking part in a 6-week NCS training program where the boys are getting an extra qualification run with this course, and it's all run by the QPR coaches. They were doing lots of fun activities that you can actually have a look at on Twitter. They were doing things with eggs yesterday, so have a look on Twitter and at our page, and we've shared quite a few of those. And our head coach, this is Alfie. So Alfie runs our program. He's based at the college with us, and he comes into our lessons. He takes some of your lessons, and he kind of looks after more the coaching side, so the coaching units that we do. But yeah, these are all his qualifications that he's done, and he's worked in previous academy, college academies as well. So this is just a quick timetable at our lessons. So we're in 9 o'clock most mornings, and it's pretty jam-packed if you want to fit the training in the afternoon. So there's not much breaks, but normally we're in every morning, and obviously that will include maths and English if you don't get the grade 4 and above in there. And then as you can see here, this is our training. So our training is all done down at Vale Farm in Wembley, and if some of you came to our trials in October, that's where we will be there down on the 3G pitch. We also play our home matches there as well. Yep, there we go. There's our matches on a Wednesday. So it could be we're at home, it could be you're away, and we have a minibus that would take you to either match, okay? So, as I said before, we have 3 levels. So we have the Btec Level 1 Diploma in Sport. And for this, you must have kind of an entry 3 level in maths, or maybe a grades 2 or 1 that you would get at GCSE, okay? And it's a mixture of, there will be 4 mandatory units that you have to do. And as you can see there, and then there'll be 6 optional units, and they're all sports-based. So just for example, training for fitness, playing sport, coaching skills, all these things are what we would do. It's quite practical, but also there is quite a bit of theory as well that you'll be asked to do. So the next one is the OCR level 2. This is a new course that we've started this year. And it's very much run how the BTECs are run. So for this one, I think we have 2 mandatory units, and then we have the option, there we go. So you would need to gain entry into here, you would need a pass at a BTEC level 1 or 4 GCSEs at grade 3, or maybe even a 4, but we'd need to have the 4 GCSEs. And it could be that maybe if you've got the 3 at GCSE, Maths and English, you would just retake them in that year as well. Okay. And here, so it's a 60 credit course. So you have 2 mandatory units. And again, they're like anatomy and physiology, practical team sport. And then we pick 5 optional ones. Some of them this year are like psychology and sport, sports nutrition. So the units really do cover a broad range of different areas of sport, not just coaching, but lots of fitness testing and nutrition advice. Okay, so here we go. There's some of the units that we could choose from. Okay, and then we have the BTEC National in Sport. So on this one, we have 2 different courses, and it all depends on the GCSE grades that you receive come August. So we would expect you to have 5 GCSEs at grade 4 and above, including Maths and English. Okay, Maths and English adds an extra 4 hours per subject onto your timetable. So that's why it's really important that you do work really hard to get the 4 and above in your GCSEs this summer. Okay, so the first course is the extended certificate, and this is for a person who may have maybe passed 1 of their GCSE English or Maths, but would have to retake the other. So you would need either a pass at level 2 and then good grades at GCSE, so 4, 5, 6s, okay? And it could be that you have to take 1 GCSE or Maths. This is the equivalent to 1.5 A levels, okay? This is the first year. And then if we go on to the next one, the year we have, this is the extended certificate, so 1A level, and these are the units. So we have 2 externally assessed units. So the anatomy physiology is an external exam, and that's done in January. And then the unit 2 fitness training and programming is done in December. So our year 1s at the minute are preparing for their exams because they're going to have one just before Christmas. But that's it. That's 4 units for the year for that course. Now, the foundation diploma is for those of you that get 5 GCSEs, grade 4 and above, including Maths and English, which means you don't have to retake them. Okay, so again, you have the same 4 units as the other level 3 course, but then you have an additional 3 that we choose from. Okay, so you just get more credits, which means it has a higher value when it comes to going to university. You can go to university from doing both these courses, and although this is just the first year, there is the option to top up to the second year, which will then allow you to go on to university. But again, this is an example for the anatomy and physiology. It's an external exam. It's a 1.5 hour exam, and it's all about the skeletal system, muscular system, respiratory system, all about the body and how it affects sports performance. And then unit 2, so this is the exam, and you'll be given a scenario 2 weeks before your exam where you'll be able to do some research, create some revision notes, and you can take these into the exam with you. But this is a 2.5 hour exam, and this is a paper exam, whereas the other one is online. Okay. And this is just a part of the level 3 is that you would do work experience. So you would do about 20 days work experience, and this will go towards this unit 3, so professional development in the sport industry. And it's all about kind of choosing a career, trying out different careers, seeing what you like. So lots of our learners go into the gyms, they go into schools to work with, some of them go to QPR and do work experience there. So there's lots and lots of opportunity to go and experience different aspects of the, and then sports leadership. So this is all about sports coaching, what do kind of sports managers do, what qualities and characteristics you will need to move on in the sports industry. Okay, and then we top up. So this will be for the second year. So this will be the equivalent to 2 A levels for the diploma, or if you do the extended diploma, then that's 3 A levels. With either one, you can go to university. Lots of our learners go off to university. I think we had 9 last year that went to university. And they go to places like UCFB that are based at Wembley Stadium. They go to St Mary's in Twickenham, all to do either sports science, sports coaching. Some have done sport and media. So you can go off and do lots of different pathways after doing this Btec course. There we go, and there's just another unit that we do. So this is in the second year. This is another external exam. So there's 2 external exams in the first year and 2 in the second year that you will need to do. There we go. So if any of you do have any questions, then pop them in the chat box. I'm going to see if we can answer them for you.
Thank you, Katie. I think that has given a really good flavour of some of the units that can be studied, and also just enabling people to progress from one course to another. Just going to check out the chat box just to see if there's any sessions in there. Somebody just asked if the session will be available on the website, as they could not join earlier. Yes, we will pop links out to you and pop that on the website as well. Katie, just we've got a couple of minutes. Just wanted to kind of ask you a little bit about some of the things you mentioned about students progressing and going on. So is it usual that you would have students maybe join at level 1 and 2 and then go on from there?
Yeah, so we have learners that are currently in our level 3 classes that started with us at level 1. So they've done level 1, level 2, and then they've gone on to level 3. We do have some that just come straight in at level 3, but sometimes I feel that if you do the level 2, you have then a basic knowledge and a basic understanding that then helps you better when you get to level 3, because you have that kind of that base already then to just build on, because we think level 3 is A level standards, so it's very theory based, and they have made the Btec a lot harder in these past few years just to bring itself up with the A levels. So yeah, I think having the level 2 and then moving on to level 3 is very beneficial for the learners.
No, and it's good to know that whatever your starting point, so if you're not quite sure what level you need to start on, then you can apply for more than one course. So make the application, because we will be in touch with you to talk through what your grades are likely to be and help you choose the right level that suits you best. So the idea is that we want you to do really well, and obviously if you start at level 1 or 2, you can then progress on to level 3, as Katie said. Lots of students have done that. Can I just ask about the experience? You mentioned about the experience of some of the staff, but I think they bring quite a lot of previous experience working in a variety of different sort of sports related roles. I don't know whether you can touch on some of that for us. That would be great.
Yeah, so I've worked within the fitness industry, so I was a duty manager within a gym, and I also worked as a sports massage therapist. Jake has worked for lots of different football academy colleges, but his main kind of passion is strength and conditioning. He's currently doing a master's in strength and conditioning, which is all kind of gym based and free weights and things like that. Whereas Stuart is practicing level 4 sports massage therapist, and he works out of a clinic 2 days a week. So he's continuously, and sports massage is actually a unit that we actually do offer, which not a lot of colleges do offer with the Btec, but due to myself and Stuart being trained in it, and obviously having the salons readily available, then we're able to deliver that for our students as well.
That's great. So the salons that Katie's referring to, we do have hair and beauty salons on site
Yes.
at our Harrow on the Hill campus. So it's good that we can link in with the sports, give our students options to do things that they might not see in other college courses and not necessarily see at school as well. Questions that's come in about when the application's finished, so I can pick that question up. We just encourage you to get your applications in as soon as possible. We don't have a deadline, but we'd recommend that you get your applications in. If you're in year 11 at the moment, it will ask you about your predicted grades, just so that we can get an idea of what course you're on. So I wouldn't wait. Don't wait until the end of the year. If you want to get that in now, applications are open and you can do that online. So just to let you know, if you hop onto harrow.ac.uk, if you look under the courses to the sports section, you'll see the course information there, and then there's an orange apply now button, and that's already, we're ready to accept your applications from now. So hop on and fill that in as soon as you can, just so that you know that you've got your application in. We can then get in touch with you about the interview process and help you select the right course, and obviously guide you through that as well. Another question that came in, which is for you, Katie: can you get into the academy at level 1, the football academy at level 1? I'm not sure if that's a QPR academy or whether that's our academy, so I'll let you answer that one.
Yeah, so the Football Academy is available for all levels. You just need to make sure that once you've done the application that Lucy's just been talking about, that then you then register your interest for the trial. So our next trial is running in February half term down at Vale Farm. It's 2 separate forms. So we would need you to do both of them, and then once you've applied, you then get messages from our marketing department reminding you and then inviting you down to Vale Farm, and that'll be in February half term. So we have them in February, at Easter, and then in the May half term. And we like you to come to all of them. So the coaches like to see the same faces each time, and some of our boys will be down there to help run the session. So it's really good. You do get a kind of a different feel. It's different because obviously these are coaches that work with the QPR academies. So it's all very well run, and they're just the most enthusiastic people that you will ever meet, really.
No, that's great. Thank you. And that was one of the other things I was just going to add as well. As Katie said, we do have football trials, and the information for those dates do go onto our website. So do keep an eye out for that. We have a little events section on the homepage. So the next trial date, when we're ready to get that information, that will go on there. And as Katie said, apply for the trial. It's a different application to the course itself. So do make sure you apply for the trial, and then you'll get sent the information and reminders to make sure that you can come and join them at Vale Farm and take advantage of all that experience and test it for yourself. And then obviously you can submit your application before you come to a trial. That's not a problem. So if you want to get the application in already, then that's all good. That's just another question that has come up. Sorry, just one last one came in. Got sent a different address when I applied through the National Youth League. Do I still go to Vale Farm? Just if you have applied for our trial, that will be at Vale Farm, and obviously the next one coming up in February. If you've applied for that, we'll send you the information out. So the Vale Farm details of what you'll get for our Harrow College QPR Academy trial. So keep an eye out on the website for the next date. We're running out of time, so I'm just going to wrap up there, just to say thank you very much, Katie, for sharing the information today about the courses. Just to remind you guys, available with more information online. If you'd like a copy of our full-time prospectus, we will send you the information on how you can request a hard copy. And as I said, the details for all of the courses are available, and applications are open for that. If you missed our welcome session, we will send you out a link for that one too. And our sessions will be, the recordings will be available, and we'll put some information on the website if you want to listen back to those. So just to say, if there's anything else that you're interested in, we've got a lot of curriculum sessions plus apprenticeships. You can do sometimes some sport along with an apprenticeship as well. So do have a look at the website and see what else might take your fancy. Thank you once again for joining us. It's been good to have you with us. That's all we have time for today. So we look forward to welcoming you at Harrow College, and thank you very much. Have a good rest of the evening.